Hello, this is Dr. Derek Strachan, Divine Spine Chiropractic, and we're located in the old Ballard Firehouse in sunny downtown Ballard in Seattle. And welcome to this week's health tip, and happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. This is the week that we're all going to celebrate Thanksgiving, and I wanted to share with you, for those of you who are interested, in some tips that you can do for baking gluten-free. So I got this from a blog called The Art of Gluten-Free Baking, and I wanted to share this with you because a lot of you people are eating gluten-free nowadays, or wanting to learn more on how to bake or eat gluten-free. So the first thing to think about is use recipes that are gluten-free. The second thing is to shop for items that say gluten-free on them. That way you know for sure that it's gluten-free. And make sure that the workspace that you're working in is clean of gluten. So the area that you're using your baking is, hasn't had any gluten in there. So just keep an area separate from it so there's no traces of it. Try pre-mixed flours is another tip, and combine a variety of flours. That'll be the fifth tip. Use flours made from ground nuts. The seventh tip is add gums to replace the gluten. And then the eighth thing is increase the butter and eggs in your ingredients, and then mix everything together in one bowl. Okay? And then the 10th tip is substitute carbonated water instead of tap water. And then the 11th tip is use fruit pectin in gluten-free breads, so fruit pectin in gluten-free breads. And then invest in a digital thermometer. So those are the tips that the Art of Gluten-Free Baking came up with. And gluten-free is becoming more and more popular nowadays, and athletes are actually using it. We know that people with celiac disease are avoiding gluten because they're have a reaction to it, but there's a lot of people who have some level of sensitivity to gluten-free. But even athletes who don't have any sensitivity are going a gluten-free diet because what they're realizing is that their bodies have more energy when they're not eating gluten. It takes a lot of energy for digestion to digest gluten. So you're way healthier if you go without gluten. And so keep that in mind. When you're thinking about baking this holiday season, think about gluten-free options. Maybe have one or two options there for people who your guests are coming over who may be gluten sensitive. Go out and there's lots of opportunity. You can find gluten recipes online or gluten-free bake cookbooks. So go out there and search for them. But just know that if you eat that way, you're much healthier, and your nervous system doesn't have to work as hard to restore some level of balance in your overall well-being. So that's this week's health tip, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend, and I look forward to sharing next week's segment, which would be part 2 of our gluten-free baking. So take care, everyone. Enjoy the holidays, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.